Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Lou Dibella. Lou Dibella says it's hard to impose a lifetime ban on Jarrell Miller because he wasn't suspended last time. Okay, Lou Dibella warned Jerry Forrest before Forrest accepted a six-figure purse for his fight against Jarrell Miller that Miller might very well test positive again for a performance-enhancing drug. Forrest's promoter told anyone who would listen over the past couple weeks that he suspected Miller was using PEDs. Again, as he prepared for his return for a PED debacle last year, Dibella wishes he was wrong, but he is relieved that Forrest won't encounter more than boxing's inherent danger when he enters the ring July 9th in Las Vegas, probably against Carlos Takam, which I'm glad that they had a replacement guy already set in play. Good move by Dibella. Dibella still feels that boxing establishment failed Forrest and even Miller by not having more regular restrictive PED testing in place prior to their fight. He said, "I knew he was dirty," Dibella told Boxing Scene on Saturday. "I just instinctively knew. But you know what? I've got to be honest. I am mad at boxing and it's my industry. So I'm not eliminating myself. When I say boxing, I'm mad at our industry because the kid is a troubled person and we didn't do him any favors by not enforcing any normal protocols. When he blew that heavyweight title fight at the Garden against Anthony Joshua, it was because on some commission, okay, the Association of Boxing Commissions or the ratings organization or whoever to say, you're not fighting again unless you go into a 365-day year-round testing legally. They felt they couldn't suspend him, but they at least could have compelled him to be tested. At least that might have smoked this out when he didn't have a fight scheduled, or it might have just kept him honest. This way, he has no reason to stay honest." And those are the words from Lou Dibella. And me counterpunching what Lou Dibella said. Strangely enough, he's right. I mean, the problem was they didn't do anything to Jarrell Miller, okay? And that's the problem. When a fighter cheats, anybody cheats, and then there's no consequence for him cheating, what's going to stop him from doing it again? You know, Lou Dibella wasn't surprised. I mean, everybody else was. I was more disappointed because I'm like, damn, Jarrell. Because I really want to see this shit-talking Brooklynite kicking cat go to war with somebody because he's still undefeated. You know, I seen him in the Dudapas fight. It was pretty, you know, it was a pretty good fight, you know. But then everything that he does now has to be questioned. All the wins, all the fighters, all the victories, they have to be questioned. Now, all these fighters could very well come out of the woodwork and saying, you know what, I fought Jarrell Miller, and that motherfucker threw 500 punches at me, you know, while he was juiced up. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that it's going to take one hell of a redemption, and it's going to be a hard road back if he could ever get off the redemption list, because a guy like Jarrell Miller, he thought that, hey, I got busted the first time, they ain't going to look again because they probably wouldn't suspect me to be taking it the second time. But boy, was he wrong. But Lou Dibella's right. If you let a guy off the hook for not doing it, you didn't suspend him last time, so how are you going to ban him for life this time? You didn't give him any type of consequence. You didn't give him any type of punishment the last time. You know? So it's one of those things where it's your fault. So really, it's the commission's fault. And I don't see why the hell he couldn't be involved in the year-round testing anyway, because that's what someone needs. That should be one of the stipulations when a person tests dirty. Hey, you test dirty, we're going to fine you, we're going to restrict you from boxing, but better yet, you're going to be in a clean boxing program for the rest of your career in the sport of boxing, unless you say, hey, I am retiring, okay? That's the only way you get out of it, but then you have to go another 12 weeks or another 12 months to prove that you are retired. Okay, so that really, you saying, oh, I'm retired, and then come back to the sport, a lot of people might start trying that. Where then, hey, I'm retired, then you come back 6 months later, but you've been juicing for 6 months, but nobody tests you because you claim that you were retired, but in the gym, the same time, you're still training for a fight unofficially. So, I think a lot of these rules should go into play, and then we wouldn't have this type of problem. And it's not Lou Dibella being biased, because remember, Lou Dibella is not Jarrell Miller's fighter. Okay, his fighter was Jerry Forrest. A fighter, I don't even know who the hell he is, honestly, but that was his promoter. That was Lou Dibella's fighter. Okay, and he was like, okay, I knew he was juicing. He just looked juicy. He just looked juiced up. I don't know how a person looks when he's juiced up, honestly. I don't think I've been around that many boxers like that, but I'm pretty sure Lou Dibella has. So, but he's absolutely right. They should have took a more stringent approach with Jarrell Miller, because a guy like Jarrell Miller, he's right, he is troubled. I mean, anybody that tries to cheat again after being tested and popped with many substances in your body, illegal substances, look, it's malicious. It's a lot of things. And they let him off the hook. He was still around talking shit, but this time he knows the gig is up, because he dropped, deleted every social media reach out that he possibly could. Because he knew he could, there's no explanation about this. So probably at this point in time, Jarrell Miller will now see, I can't fuck around at all. Okay, and I'm actually doing another one about Jarrell Miller in a couple hours to let you listen to the explanation that he had to explain himself from the last time. Okay, and that's supposed to ripple through the future with what he's supposed to do in the sport. But anyway, those are the words of Lou Dibella. You guys tell me what you think about Lou Dibella's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.